Imagine you're working on an important project, so you initialize Git and start making commits. Then you work a bit more and commit that too. You work a bit more and commit that and keep doing that for a while. But as you were working, without knowing, you accidentally introduced a bug. So let's say here I said bad accidentally, I didn't know that. And after that I continued my work as normal. So I kept going, so line 13 and then commit it and keep going a bit more. Okay, so now I have made total of 17 commits. Somewhere between these 17 commits, I have made a bug that caused status to be bad instead of good. In real world, this would be a code that would have introduced a bug. So I have total 17 commits and I don't know where I introduced the bug, and I kept commenting after introducing the bug. So now I want to know what is the commit that originally introduced the bug. So this could be any of the 17 commits. So how would I figure out which commit introduced this bug? So one thing I can do is, first I can log all the commits. So I can say git log and I can say --1 line to make it compact. And here I have all my commits. So this is the hash of my first commit. So if I copy this and then if I say git checkout and paste the hash, and I can see this is how my code looked like during the first commit. And then I can copy the second hash and then go to commit 2. And I can keep doing this until I find the bug, and that way I would be able to find the commit that caused the bug. But here I only have 17 commit. Imagine if you had 100 or even 1000 commit, what would you do? So if you had a 1000 or 100 commits, a lot of commits like this, basically if you check this commit, then this commit, then this one, and go like that, it might take a lot of time. So if you had 1000 commit, in worst case scenario you have to check 999 commits. So that is very much not efficient. So a better approach would be, instead of starting to check from here, you start from the middle. Let's say this one, and you see that this one has a bug, and if this commit has a bug, all the commits from here will also have the bug. So we don't need to check all this anymore. And then again we start from the middle. Let's say this one, and let's say this one is good, so this one does not have a bug. That means all this also does not have a bug, so we don't have to check this either. And then let's say this one does have a bug, so all this will also have the bug, so we don't check any of them either. And then we check this one, and this one is good, which means this one will also be good. And so finally we'll be left with one commit, which means this is the commit that introduced the bug. So this is much more efficient. Even if you had 1000 commit, you can find it in only like 10 search. And you can do this manually, but you have a git command that lets you do it even more faster or efficiently, and that is called git bisect. So let's see how we can do that. So here we're simply going to say git bisect start, and then we can specify the first commit that is good commit and last commit that is bad commit. So let's say if you knew this is a good commit and this is a bad commit, you can start from that range instead of starting from start and ending at end. But let's say we don't know which one is good or bad, so we're going to start from start and end from the end. So first we can say git bisect bad, and then if we specify a commit hash, so let's say if I specify commit hash of this one, the last bad one will be this. So git will only search until this. So if we knew this had a bug, but we don't, let's say I don't know, so if I leave it empty, it will search till the end, so all the commits. And then we're also going to have to say git bisect, and then we can say good. So specify the first or the known good one. So let's say we want to specify the first commit as our good commit. So now we need the hash of that one. So for that you could say git log --1 line, and this would give you a lot of hash, and I can go down and find the hash of this one. But if you had 1000 hash, you would have to scroll down a lot. So another command you can run is git revlist --max parents equals to 0 and head. And if I run this is simply giving me the commit hash of the first commit, and we don't need all this string. We can simply copy the first 7 character and add it here. So our first commit is our first good commit. Now if I do this, as you can see, this is starting from 9, so this is our 9th commit, and this is saying status good. So until this point we didn't have a bug, so this is good. So we can say git bisect good. So this is a good commit. We're telling git this is a good commit. So search in the other half, and here we have a bug, so we're going to say this is a bad commit. So we're going to say git bisect and bad. So this is a bad commit, and this one is a good commit. So we're going to say git bisect good, and this one is also a good commit. So we can also say this is a good commit, and it has found the commit that has introduced the bug. So this was the commit with the hash of this, and the commit message was commit 13. So commit 13 was our bug. So we can stop the bisects. We can say git bisect reset, and here we're back. So now we can fix the bug, and we could make a new commit. So we can say git add dot and git commit, and that's it. This is how easy it is to use git bisect and debug or find bad commits using git bisect.